I notice there are a lot of zombies wearing rags these days. I know we're in the middle of the zombie apocalypse and the undead are rising from the graves, but now aren't a lot of these people buried in suits? What is happening to these clothes? Are they manufactured in an area with all zombies? At the decay rate is amazing. I notice there aren't a lot of fat zombies either. I don't know how they do it. You've seen the rate at which they move. I don't know how they keep off the weight. That's what would happen to me. I would chow down on a bunch of brains and gain 15 pounds.
Ah, another zombie delivery driver. Only took you 2 hours this time. There you go. Thanks. Man, I'm getting sick and tired of these zombies walking all over the city.
Show a little sympathy. Jerry's clearly infected with the zombie virus.
Oh, you're right, Judith. Zombies make wonderful delivery drivers. They bring you your food within 2 hours, and if you're lucky, you get a side of human flesh.
We work with subjects like that down at the lab all the time. Just a normal guy in the very early stages of infection. It's a little slow, plus the wild mood swings, the confusion, the vacant stares.
Well, it's starting to freak me out.
I'd say it's easily a month before he becomes a real threat. Hopefully, in time for a formulated cure.
Yeah, well, I've been to my parents' condo association in Florida. It's like a walking graveyard down there, too, but you don't see them trying to eat one another.
We still know so little. That's why I think we need to be cautious in dealing with this, you know.
Nah, whatever.
Well, I should be getting back to the lab. Did I tell you we isolated a nucleotide chain that's showing real promise for treatment?
I have no idea what that means. But since we're talking about your work, that anti-zombie vaccine, didn't you say you'd bring it to me?
Oh, shoot, Jerry. You know what? I had it on the counter and I completely forgot it.
Again? Judith, that's twice now. I don't want to become a zombie.
I know. I'm sorry. Things have just been so crazy at the lab lately. I really think I need a break. How about we see a movie tonight?
Movie? At night? With all those creatures running around all over the place? I don't know.
Oh, I was really hoping I could see it tonight.
Well, do you think you could cram an extra vial of that anti-zombie vaccine in your purse?
I'll see what I can do.
These zombies are the worst! The worst!
Hello to you too, Miss Sunshine. You remember Judith, works for the CDC?
Yeah, hi. I just saw this zombie attack some guy in Central Park. I mean, have you ever seen anyone get devoured?
You mean like eaten?
Oh, yeah. At first I thought I stumbled into some weird outdoor yoga class. I mean, he looked like a normal guy to me.
Sometimes it's hard to tell right away.
But then as I got closer, I saw this thing just covered in the guy's blood, ripping out all of his insides and eating them.
Well, that's very pleasant imagery.
It was horrible, Terry. One arm's completely ripped off and thrown into the bike path. I won't even tell you what happened when the dog walker came by and the beetle started sniffing around.
Yeah, you can stop now.
And of course, all the cops swarmed in and tied up traffic.
I think I should be going.
I had to walk almost a mile to find a cab.
That's a shame. So about tonight.
I really want to see that new romantic comedy that's playing on the East Side.
Come to my window? I'm really sure I want to see that one.
But then again, maybe I should just get to bed early tonight.
Oh, no, I love a good romantic comedy as much as the next guy. You, never know how they're going to end.
All right, I'll see you tonight.
Okay. Oh, and don't forget that, you know... And what is so funny, Elaine?
You love a good romantic comedy.
I might. Besides, if I could sit through 2 hours of Matthew McConaughey shirtless tonight, that anti-zombie vaccine is mine.
Oh, please. She's not going to give you the vaccine. She's playing you, Jerome.
Why would she lie?
Didn't you say she's been married like 4 times?
5 times. You think this is all an act just to get me to marry her?
No. Well, maybe. I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's George.
Come on up. The buzzer's getting louder. Hey, why don't you and Puddy come with tonight and help diffuse the situation?
Uh-uh.
Besides,
Puddy, not a good time to be seen in public with him right now. He's going through this whole poncho phase. Everywhere we go, he's got to wear this ridiculous poncho. It's like he thinks he's Clint Eastwood or something.
I've had it, Jerry! I've had it! It's gonna kill me. This whole thing's gonna kill me, Jerry.
Well, I happen to know on good authority that a cure is being developed.
That's not the zombies, this is Yankees. Steinbrenner's Dutch. You should hear him talking about these corpses rising out of the grave. It's like a Fitzer Price movie or something.
Zombies? To play baseball?
Well, it would probably keep the payroll down, if you could pay them in human brains.
Sign zombie Phil Rizzuto. Sign zombie Mickey Mantle. I really want to see how far he hits the ball. You know he has me fight to Edmonton next week?
Edmonton?
That's where Babe Ruth is buried, I guess. So, I guess I'm supposed to go there with a blank contract and a lawn chair, wait for him to crawl himself out of the ground.
Have you seen how slow these zombies move, George? You could read the New York Times before you could walk a batter to first.
He's not Jerry!
These zombies are really getting annoying.
If you ask me, they have it pretty good, especially if you employ the Yankees. What? Everyone's afraid of you. You get no work assigned to you. You can come and go as you please, and you can get to use the executive washroom.
Man, it's getting rough out there. You know, I hear these zombies have almost taken over the entire east side. Not too far from you, Elaine.
The East Side? I'm supposed to go to a movie there tonight.
Well, you better think twice about that, Jerry. I hear it's a madhouse.
See what I mean?
I'm not waiting around until it's too late. You probably heard some loud noises coming from my place, haven't you?
Kramer, I've learned not to ask too many questions.
Yeah, well, I'm building a zombie shelter.
Zombie shelter.
You got it, buddy. Impenetrable fortress to keep the zombies from getting inside before it's too late. And that day's coming, too. You maybe only see a handful of them now, but soon they're going to be swarming.
And you think this thing you're building is going to keep them out?
Well, yeah. This isn't just your run-of-the-mill zombie shelter. It's pedigree. Yeah, it's based on the same bomb shelter design built for the one and the only Mr. Hugh Beaumont.
Hugh Beaumont, the dad from Leave It to Beaver?
Along with starring in over 50 films during Hollywood's true golden age.
Only they didn't have zombies back then, you idiot.
Yeah! But during the 1950s, all the Hollywood elite had bomb shelters built. Come on, you should know about this, Jerry.
I didn't know Hugh Beaumont was considered Hollywood elite.
Well, with a few little tweaks, his impenetrable bomb shelter design is my zombie shelter design. You can bet I'll be ready.
See what I mean? These zombies just take, and here I am flying to Edmonton like an idiot.
Edmonton, huh? Final resting place of the Big Bambino. You know, I got a friend there you should look up, George. His name's Pete. Or is it Tony?
Yeah, well, I'm trying to get out of going either way. Maybe if I could get my hands on the zombie vaccine, I could, pretend to have the symptoms.
Oh, this sounds like a good idea.
No. How hard can it be? Put on some running clothes, move on slowly.
That isn't gonna work. Everyone will know, George. The government will know, the other zombies will know. George, they'll get you.
So I have to keep going to work while the other zombies can do whatever the hell they want.
Other zombies, George.
Look, I know a high-ranking guy in the government zombie program. If you want to be convincing, there's a whole lot more to it than that.
There's a zombie program?
Where have you been? We're in the middle of an epidemic here.
Wait. Tell me about this guy.
George, he's right in the thick of it. That news story last week about the zombie infestation at the DMV?
He investigated it?
Helped look right off it. Not only did he help detain them, he even did some undercover work. The man's a consummate professional.
Well, do you think you could introduce me? I don't know, some appointments or something?
Nah, I could do that. But I gotta warn you, George.
Dealing with the undead all day will make a man temperamental.
So, you'll do it then?
You got it, buddy. Give me up.
Kramer says you could help me because...
Let's get one thing straight before we start. I don't like you, Costanza. The way you and Jerry go through life without a care in the world. So when Kramer told me you needed my help, I refused, you understand? I said there was no way I would ever help a friend of Jerry Seinfeld.
Come on, Norman. Kramer said you would help me.
Only after Kramer sweetened the deal. We do still have a deal, don't we, Kramer?
Well, sure, buddy. I told you. One of those spots in the zombie shelter has your name on it.
Wait, when does he get a spot?
Because Kramer understands something you do not, Costanza. As dire as things appear today, a need will, nay, must exist for mail delivery.
Alright, well, what do you know about zombies in the first place?
Oh, Newman here knows plenty. You've seen every living dead film at least a half a dozen times.
Films? Really?
And since mail delivery stopped last month, all postal employees were reassigned to the government Zombie Mobilization Task Force. Well, Newman here has been investigating zombie infestations and relocating bad cases to the detention center on the east side.
I ask you, who better to identify dazed and confused individuals ambling through life, and yes, even wildly dangerous outbursts, than a member of the U.S. Postal Service?
Alright, very funny. Alright, can we get started then? Start with the clothes.
Yeah, you two go ahead and get started. Where am I going to find 4 grams of asbestos?
As amusing as I find your ignorance, Costanza, we are not yet prepared to start.
We're not? Why?
I require nourishment. Something in the form of a baked good sounds quite delicious, wouldn't you agree?
And it does. Alright, get your sack then.
I will, as soon as you go and fetch it for me.
Are you kidding me? I'm not going outside with all those killers walking around. There's a citywide curfew!
Oh, really? Kramer told me about your little problem, Costanza. And I hear Edmonton is quite bleak this time of year. I would hate to be the first one zombie Babe Ruth sees when he awakes from his long slumber. I do hope they didn't bury him with a baseball bat. He had quite the lethal swing.
Alright, Turner's Bakery, what do you want?
Turner? Oh no. The baked goods I require are from Kirschbaum's Bakery. 3 chocolate-filled eclairs should suffice.
Seinfeld? That's on the other side of town.
Then you better hurry. Ta-ta! Newman!
Well, I thought that was a good movie. I really didn't think they'd get back together.
Yeah, you know the thing about romantic comedies is they always keep me on the edge of my seat.
So you really liked it then?
Well, what's not to like? I gotta say, the thing I liked most about the movie was the commitment that the two characters had to one another.
Commitment?
Well, I think the movie demonstrated that commitment is important. Like, take the scene where Jennifer Aniston's character got all upset because the man promised to come to her window and never did.
Yeah?
Well, when you promise someone something, you should really follow up with it. Or take the wedding scene at the end of the film where they read the vows that they wrote.
Oh, that was so romantic. Matthew McConaughey in a tuxedo.
Yeah, whatever. But wedding vows, huge promises.
Jerry, are you trying to say what I think you're trying to say?
I think maybe I am. Judith, you promised to bring me the... Stay back. Stay back.
Jerry, can we talk about this later?
No, not later, now.
That was one of the zombies we tagged, and I've got to get back to the lab and pull the data.
Oh, Judith, wait.
Oh, good night, Jerry.
Wait, no, I'll protect you. I need the vaccine.
Alright. Can we just go through this one more time?
Anything about this, George?
I grow tired of this little useless exercise, Costanza. As I've told you before, you must follow my curriculum to a T if you ever hope to become a passable zombie. Yet lo and behold, you arrive at today's meeting without having done your homework. I find that most inexcusable.
You call that homework? Watching all the Weekend at Bernie's movies is not homework, alright? He wasn't even a zombie, he's some dead guy being dragged around. They were too stupid to figure it out.
And if no one could figure out whether Bernie was alive or dead, wouldn't you say that his was the most convincing performance?
No,
We are through here, Costanza. Besides, I made no such agreement with you directly. My agreement was with Kramer.
Kramer, will you tell him, please?
Now, Newman, if I remember correctly, you gave me your word that you would help George here with his little zombie problem. Do you remember that?
Well, yeah.
Let me tell you a story. When I was a young lad, not quite as husky as you must have been, I would imagine, I promised my neighbor, Mr. Reynolds, that I would mow his lawn that Saturday afternoon.
What the hell are you
That's
doing?
all right, George. Now, I don't have to tell you how much I wanted to get myself out of that commitment when my friend Bobby approached me with tickets to the Brooklyn Dodgers baseball game that same Saturday afternoon.
Okay.
Now, you see, boys, I kept my word to Mr. Reynolds. And I passed on the ball game because I had an obligation to.
Look, can we just get back to talking?
Now, sure, Mr. Reynolds only paid me a lousy 50 cents for mowing these 2 acres of lawn in the back-breaking July sun. Didn't even offer me a glass of water, if I remember correctly. And yes, my friend Bobby told me later his usher friend got him into the locker room of the Brooklyn Dodgers. A completely naked Gil Hodges even snapped him with a wet towel. Do you believe that?
Wow. Not sure what to say.
A little creepy, Kramer.
Yes, it was meant. You see, I gave my word, and Newman, so did you.
Well, this zombie shelter you're building, will there be Jiffy Pop?
Jiffy Pop? That's amateur hour. This grill I'm gonna be putting in, we're gonna eat like kings.
Wait, you can't grill indoors, Kramer?
Hey, if an indoor grill is good enough for Mr. Hugh Beaumont, it's good enough for me.
Oh, I do relish the idea of feasting on a big, flame-lit slab of meat while everyone outside is being devoured by the undead. All right, Costanza, you win.
Thanks, Kramer! Alright, so what's first? Do we start with the clothes, or...
Now, you've been starving for human graves, and you haven't had a bite in weeks. Show me the walk. No, you're starving, you're famished. Tell me, is that how you look when you're hungry?
I'm doing the best I can!
Not good enough, Costanza. A zombie sense of smell is quite keen when it comes to the smell of human brain. It's like a dog catching a whiff of a mouth-watering bone. Show me. Better, but I'm still not quite convinced. Though your clothes are particularly shabby, aren't they? Perhaps that will suffice.
My clothes? I came right from work. I wear this to the office every day.
Oh, Costanza. Poor, naive Costanza. One cannot simply declare that they wish to become a zombie and have it be so. But still, the final piece of the puzzle. Show me your open wound.
Open wounds?
Open wound! A zombie does not heal when injured, Costanza. I have seen one after I run him over with my mail truck, carrying on his merry way. His innards flopping about with a tire cut across his stomach. I have seen them with fingers ripped from their hands, large gashes across their entire body. You?
I haven't seen that.
Now, Costanza, show me your open wound.
I do have a zit under my chin here.
Now, we are through.
Mr. Peterman, how's Becky? Is she going to be okay?
Elaine? Not all is well, I'm afraid. It looks as though she'll lose that finger. That creature Becky accidentally let in here bit her entire pinky finger off, unfortunately.
Oh, wow.
Always fear the zombie, Elaine. Perhaps if Becky had heeded such advice, she would not have been struck down in the phoenix of her career.
Well, I'm sure she can still file, even if she is missing a finger.
Remind me to check my Rolodex for a Congan witch doctor. I bore witness to one in a small village capable of regenerating a severed head.
I'll get right on that.
But at this moment, Elaine, I need you on a special project.
Yes?
Normally, this would fall under the purview of Sarah at reception, but I had to send her home for the day. She came down with a troubling skin irritation after trying on one of the gowns I brought back from the Amazon rainforest.
I was wondering why her head swelled up like a melon.
I pray that I'm wrong, but it seems she's become the victim of a botfly infestation. Ruthless adversaries, the botfly. If medical science does not act quickly, her body will become a hatchery for thousands of their eggs.
Yuck!
Now, Elaine, the door! I'm expecting Jimmy John's. I need to know just how fast this freaky fast really is.
The door.
Puddy, what are you doing here? Puddy?
Keys, babe.
Keys.
No pockets on the poncho, babe. Locked myself out of your place.
So you just had to come all the way down here wearing that ridiculous thing with zombies running around everywhere?
Yeah, that's right.
Well, did you run into any trouble?
Not me, babe. Walked right through a big pack of them. You seem like nice guys.
You seem like nice guys.
That's right. We nodded. Give one a high five.
You high-fived a zombie? Hey! Are you even listening to me?
Thinking of something funny I heard. Keys, babe.
And you're sure they're not in your pockets?
Poncho, babe.
Your pants pockets, you idiot!
Oh, yeah. Found it. See you, babe.
Curious, Elaine. That was your boyfriend, was it not?
Oh, Puddy? Him? Yeah, I guess so.
I don't mean to alarm you, Elaine, but he didn't seem quite normal. The vacant staring, the empty expression, the ability to move through a mob of zombies unmolested. I've seen this many times before, Elaine.
Hey, it's not my fault. Sometimes the dating pool gets a little shallow.
Elaine, I'm afraid your boyfriend is becoming a zombie.
What? Puddy? A zombie? No.
You beheld the carnage that befell our dear Becky. I'll not see you put yourself in similar peril.
I admit he's not the brightest bulb in the lamp, but...
Elaine, I spent the last 5 years up and down the African coast doing battle with these undead monstrosities. Deception is their greatest ally.
But, Mr. Peterman...
Tell me this, Elaine. You plan on seeing this man again? Tonight, perhaps?
Yeah, we'll be at my place, I guess.
Ah, then I'm inviting myself over for your protection.
Sir,
If he's becoming one of these undead nightmares, we'll get to the bottom of it. Now, where did I store that monkey bone amulet? For your protection, of course.
But, Mr. Peterman, Puddy's not a zombie.
Ah, if not, we dine. And I'll regale you both with my tales from my most recent trip to Burma. I spent several weeks under the dense jungle underbrush searching for the elusive nectar of the sweet yam-yam tree.
Oh, okay. That sounds nice.
This whole zombie thing could be big, I tell you. Big! And best of all, we don't need to stop at dead Yankees either. Take Roberto Clemente. He had several prime years of baseball left. God rest his soul. Oh, okay. I gotta run. I think I have a situation here. One of my best friends. Costanza, what's going on, my boy? I'm hearing a lot of chatter around the water cooler, and I'm concerned about you.
Oh, me, sir? I'm fine. A little hungry, I guess.
Hungry?
Yeah, seems like all I can think about lately are human brains.
Costanza. Oh, Costanza, snap out of it.
Sorry, sir. My mind's been freezing up lately. Those damn brains.
I know exactly what you mean, Costanza. Those front office guys at the Mets, I think they'll try to sign Ruth right under our noses. I can feel it. We gotta think like them, George. Stay one step ahead.
Sir, you look really delicious today.
Delicious? You look delicious. Costanza, what's wrong with you?
These voices in my head tell me strange things lately.
Come on, Georgie. This is your pal Steinbrenner you're talking to. I know when something's not right. What happened to your clothes there, George? They're all torn up, boy.
Oh, my clothes. Well, It's casual Friday, but I guess they are a little breezier than usual.
The folks in accounting tell me you bled all over the rug.
Darndest thing. I cut myself with a letter opener, and it's a real gusher. It's like it wouldn't heal.
Oh, I knew it, Costanza! I knew it, you're becoming a zombie!
I am?
Yes! Oh God, my poor boy, yes! Why does it always happen to the good ones? Spare the Costanza, Lord, spare the Justin! I'm making your promise today, Costanza, as you stand here in front of me in that wretched, disgusting body of yours.
Sir?
I want you to know this, Costanza. We'll get you through this. Make no mistake, George Steinbrenner stands behind his people. First thing we gotta do is clear that calendar of yours. Zombie Babe Ruth, he's gonna have to wait. You're way more important than winning a pennant, George.
Thank you, sir. I'm relieved to hear you got my back.
Think nothing of it, my boy. Can I get you anything? Anything at all?
Now that you mention it, my office is rather far away from the restroom and not the most convenient when one breaks into cold zombie sweat.
Say nothing else, George, to the executive washroom!
No, Judith. No, I'm sure going to a costume party would be a lot of fun. Okay. All right, I'll think about it. Bye-bye. Starting to think you're right, Elaine. I think Judith is playing me.
Yeah.
I'm serious. You should have seen her face light up when I started talking about wedding vows. And that attack at the movies seemed pretty convenient, if you ask me.
Oh, you sound paranoid. What do you think, she planned the zombie attack so she could make her get away before you confronted her?
No. But maybe.
Oh, brother.
And now she's dragging me to some weird costume party, and I still don't have the vaccine.
Yeah, well, at least you don't have Jay Peterman coming over to patrol your apartment.
So Peterman really thinks that Puddy's a zombie, huh?
He's convinced.
But that's just Puddy. Do you remember when Puddy locked himself in an elevator because he forgot to push the button for the floor that he wanted?
I know.
Well, anyway, what are you going to do? You don't think he's a zombie, do you?
No. I mean, he's acting a little more Puddy-like than normal, but I think I'd know if he was one of those things. I mean, it's not like he's running around all wild and crazy.
Hey, Elaine. I have no idea what you're referring to.
Jerry, I need some shelter supplies, can I?
Well, aren't you looking sharp today?
Oh, I think one should look tidy and professional at home as well as the office.
What office? You don't have a job.
These bomb shelter plans that I'm converting into the zombie shelter, they're out there, Jerry. And now that I've started thinking like him and dressing like him, everything's falling into place.
Thinking and dressing like who?
Well, Hugh Beaumont, of course.
Of course, Hugh Beaumont.
I mean, watch those old Leave to Beaver episodes, Jerry. He was onto something. You're still dressed in a suit and jacket when he hung around at home. It generates brain power. Ward Cleaver was smart, tolerant, wise.
You do know you're talking about a character from a television show. Oh, never mind.
So you're really serious about this whole zombie shelter thing?
You better believe it. And these zombies are going to be everywhere soon. You'll see.
See, Elaine, it's getting worse. They're showing up at Monk's, they're showing up at your work, and she still won't give me the vaccine.
Well, don't you worry about all this zombie talk, Jerry. The world needs laughter, and I got a spot in the shelter for you too, buddy.
Is Newman gonna be there?
I'd take that spot, Sherry, unless you want to start shopping for a wedding ring.
Yeah, well, she better cough it up, making me sit through a romantic comedy like that.
Oh, please. You make it sound like she tortured you.
Oh, she did, Elaine. I wish you could have seen the pain look on every man's face who was in that theater. Tears streaming down their faces. Pain in their eyes.
No tang, no spam. Jerry, how do you expect to survive a zombie apocalypse? You got nothing here. Even your canned goods. Beans. What am I supposed to do with these?
I don't know, Kramer. I'm trying your own shopping for once.
Now, Jerry, that was uncalled for. You need to learn to show respect for your authority figures. And as far as this lady friend of yours goes, I don't know if it's fair for you to accuse her of being dishonest with you.
What do you mean? If there's a vaccine, why isn't she giving it to me already? She keeps making up excuses. Forgetting it at work, dropping it on the side. vaccine? Not with these creatures running all over the streets of Manhattan looking to eat somebody?
What are you gonna do?
I don't know. She's gonna cough it up. Or else.
Or else what?
Oh. I don't know.
Hey, George! Just got back in the office. Thought maybe you could find some time to go over Steinbrenner's Dream Team Zombie list.
Oh, Doug, I guess you didn't hear. I haven't been quite feeling myself.
Hey, look. I keep trying to tell him that Pete Rose isn't dead yet, but he won't listen to me.
Sure, Doug. I'll get started this right. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, it's happening again.
It's happening? What's happening? Whoa!
Oh, my God. That was the worst one yet.
All right, George, what is going on here?
Well, I guess you didn't get the memo, but I'm actually becoming a zombie.
Oh, wow! I knew it, George. Yeah, I knew there was something going on with you.
Yeah, what?
Look, take your analysis in the quarterly report. That was my first big tip-off.
What about it?
Look, I understand, George, all right? Higher brain functions can be challenging when you've got the zombie virus. Yes, it was your analysis of the quarterly report that was my big tip-off for me. You know, it was read like it was written by someone with a third-grade education, George. Almost chimp-like.
Chimp-like?
Yeah, oh, and the odor, too. I mean, don't get me started. What is that, rotting human flesh or something? We were actually kind of worried about how we were going to bring it up to you. No.
Let me tell you something, Doug.
Oh, just calm down, all right? I'm sure all this emotion can't be good for you. Look, I'll take care of the dream team list. You just get better, okay, Costanza? And thanks for letting me know about your condition, you know, before I had to read another one of your reports. Oh, what a waste of time that would have been, right, George? What?
Mr. Costanza, right?
Yeah, that's me.
Mr. Steinbrenner asked me to look in on you. My name's Judith. I'm a zombie researcher with the CDC.
Oh, you are?
Mr. Steinbrenner's an old family friend, so I've been working closely with the Yankees when situations like this come up.
Oh.
That's a little odd.
What's odd?
Your forehead, your whole scalp, really. It's kind of suspicious.
And zombie virus? I did have a long flowing mane before all this.
No, that's not it. There's not a single mark on your forehead or anywhere on your head for that matter. In every early case I've seen so far, there's usually some sort of self-inflicted markings to the head. It's a little unusual not to see it on you.
Well, I did cut myself shaving the other day.
Usually when we don't see it, we suspect the person is faking.
I'm not faking it. I cut myself shaving the day before that, too.
What about unusual cravings, George? Have you had any?
You know, now that you mentioned, I was sitting at my desk the other day and had a really good pastrami on rye and couldn't help but feel that I was craving something else.
Those infected crave brains, but they can't make the distinction between their own brains and someone else's, so they scratch at their heads to get at their own brains.
Right. That's what I was hoping for! Boy, I think about brains all the time. Really scoffing them down.
Well, I seem to be finding out new things about this zombie outbreak every day.
Yeah, we zombies do keep it interesting. I would ask you out for a bite to eat sometime, but you know.
Plus, it's not like the other signs aren't there. I mean, no offense, but you never really get used to the smell. So, Mr. Steinbrenner wanted me to see if you needed anything.
Anything? Like what?
Wound bandaging, the zombie vaccine.
The zombie vaccine, you have it?
Well, yes, but... Oh, I shouldn't have said anything.
Wait. Would it cure me?
I don't know. Maybe. In the lab, it's shown real promise for prevention as well as treatment, but it hasn't gone through all the trials yet.
Sure.
So...
This is probably going to sound completely reckless. But in the interest of medical science, I insist you give me the zombie vaccine.
Oh, I don't know this.
Let me ask you a question. Are we not in the middle of a crisis here?
Well, yes.
In times like these, someone needs to rise up, to step forward, to offer themselves for the good of mankind. Is George Costanza a hero? No. Like Washington, Lincoln, they're the heroes. I'm just an everyday guy trying to give something back to his fellow man. Reckless, perhaps, but these are reckless times.
But I still...
Tut-tut! I appreciate your concern for me. Maybe there is a fine line between foolishness and bravery, but Mrs. Steinbrenner did insist you take care of me, and my mind's made up. So once again, you should give me the zombie vaccine.
All right, Mr. Costanza, if that's what you really want.
I do. Maybe I'm not like most men, but in times of crisis, one has to be strong, a leader. Most of all, brave. That's gonna hurt.
Is he here, Elaine?
Puddy? Yeah, he's in the kitchen, I think.
Quickly, put these on.
Pearl.
Ah, they may look like pearls, Elaine. They're actually balls of salt from the sacred volcano at Tuvalu.
Salt? You're giving me salt?
The zombie's greatest adversary is salt, Elaine. It's the best I could do. I couldn't find my monkey bone amulet.
That's a shame.
Elaine, there's no time! Put it on!
Okay. I feel like a big pretzel.
Man, I could really go for a big hunk of meat. Who's the suit?
My boss, Puddy, Mr. Peterman.
Oh yeah, high five.
I trust I haven't arrived too early for our little engagement. It looks as though you're returning from somewhere.
Work, skilled mechanic.
Work, you say, but your clothes, they're all tattered, and that limp.
Got a pant sleeve caught in the fan belt. Must have spaced out or something.
Honey, will you go change already? This grease monkey clothes are messing up the furniture.
Elaine, what'd I tell you about that grease monkey thing?
Elaine, this does not look good. The vacant staring, the wild mood swings. So we meet again, my old nemesis.
Again? With the poncho? In front of company?
You told me to change, man.
Not to the man with no name?
That poncho.
That's bogus. I'm out of here. Feels like an Arby's night anyway.
Fine, go!
Strange, I would have assumed a craving for human flesh rather than this Arby's.
Are the two really that different?
You must use caution on the streets at night, my friend. There are creatures about every street corner.
They leave me alone. Seem pretty friendly. Think it's the poncho.
The poncho?
They like the poncho.
You see, Mr. Peterman, he's not a zombie. He's just an idiot.
To the untrained eye, Elaine, I'm glad I came over tonight.
What, you still think he's a zombie?
A zombie? I'm a zombie? Am I a zombie?
Desperate times often make for strange bedfellows, do they not, Elaine?
Sir?
To think that I spent the last 5 years up and down the African coast and Haiti, mind you, locked in a life or death struggle against these same depraved creatures like your friend here. To think that I, J. Peterman, would now extend to this enemy such a grand opportunity.
Opportunity?
Elaine, what's become obvious to me is that the zombie population is a substantially growing, yet largely unmarketed to, consumer demographic. I extend the olive branch to you, temporarily, of course.
That's cool. For what?
To help me create a line of completely breathable yet rugged ponchos for the zombies among us. And we shall do so in a variety of earth tone colors. Why, who better, Elaine? Now, I don't dare take my eye off of you for a moment, you understand, but I do believe this deal could be quite profitable for the both of us.
Sweet. High five.
And we shall call it the Zombie Poncho.
Oh, this is just great!
Really getting sick and tired of all these zombies all over the entire city, Elaine. There's one now. Plus, I always imagine them sitting in our booth when we're not here.
I should hook you up with Peterman. The two of you can dream up some zombie seat protectors. Better than these stupid things.
Zombie poncho. You know, I never thought your average zombie would possess much purchasing power.
I told you, it's an awful idea. And Puddy's acting like an idiot. A bigger idiot, anyway. Thinks he's some fashion model or something. Ugh.
I don't like the pearls anyway.
It's salt.
Man, what a beautiful day it is today, huh?
Oh my God! What happened to you? Were you jumped?
Oh, no, it's all part of the costume. I guess when you're becoming a zombie, you scratch for your own brains or something.
Isn't it kind of like cracking open a peanut shell and finding nothing inside?
Ha!
So they're on to you.
Oh, no, not me. I'm just not taking any chances. I got a good thing going here.
Here, try the zombie poncho, George. Wear it in good health, Georgie.
Zombie poncho? All right!
It's the latest in zombie couture, George.
Man, this zombie thing is great. I go to work whenever I want. I really just sit there all day. Everyone feels sorry for me.
Seriously?
Yeah. Whenever they try to give me work to do, I just that dog prays that they leave me alone. What else I got?
What's that, a zombies only parking space?
I wish. Zombie vaccine, though.
Get out!
How did you get it?
Steinbrenner brought in this really attractive researcher from the CDC. And... Yeah, that was the name.
Oh, that does it. She can't give me the vaccine, but she can give it to the hardest working actor in show business here?
Whoa. You're telling me that I get the zombie vaccine from the same woman who's been leading you on for so long? I love it. I'm busting, Jerry.
Oh, yeah!
I told you things were getting bad out there. That guy followed me all the way from the butcher shop. Oh, yeah. He never meat they had enough too.
You okay there, man?
Jerry, it's wild out there. They've overrun the detention facility on the east side. Poor Newman's been out there most of the day trying to round them up. And he's come up empty-handed so far. They're not in the pizza shops, they're not in the ice cream parlors. Everyone's in hiding.
This east side is getting out of control. I'm never going back to the east side again.
Jerry, I wouldn't go to that party tonight. It's right in the middle of the war zone.
Yeah, what are you going as anyway?
I don't know.
Well, you could always go as a zombie. I'd be willing to share some of my trade secrets.
You mean you don't even know your costume yet?
She won't tell me. She said she's picking it out for the both of us.
I feel bad for you, buddy.
Thanks.
Oh, great.
Hey, George. Nice poncho.
Thanks.
There's one thing about George Steinbrenner, he always admits when he's wrong. Zombie Joe DiMaggio, who would have thought he'd go on a killing spree after we signed him? He seemed so mellow in those Mr. Coffee ads. Gotta go, he's here.
You, wanted to see me, sir?
Georgie, how you feeling today, my boy?
Well, some days are better than others. I really want to say how much I appreciate how comfortable you've made me since my condition started.
Just awful what you're going through, George. So, you're still sick then?
Well, they wouldn't be faking it. By the way, who would I talk to about installing, I don't know, some sort of telephone device in the executive washroom? I find myself in this so often nowadays.
Sure you're not feeling better, George? Could be like old times. Get you some new assignments on your desk. That does it! Get in here quickly!
Norman! Mr. Steinbrenner, you did the right thing calling me in when you did.
Wait a minute.
I heard it all from right outside the office. This man is clearly not right and needs to be taken into custody.
I'm not a zombie.
The feds are cracking down now, George. You gotta expect me to do this like I always play by the rules. This nice man here will take you away. Someplace nice where you can be with your zombie friends.
Newman, you set me up! This man is clearly delusional, Mr. Steinbrenner, and very dangerous. See those marks on his forehead? Very zombie-like indeed.
I put them there myself.
Oh, come on, George. You can't expect me to believe that. What kind of man would pretend to be a zombie?
Me? That's you! Then what about this new zombie poncho, Mr. Costanza? The latest trend in zombie fashion, Mr. Steinbrenner. Almost as popular as a helping of human brain. Come, Mr. Costanza, let us adjourn to a place more suitable. I hear the cells in the detention area C are quite roomy. Ah! Go ahead and run, Costanza. You won't get far. Not with those marks on your forehead. I know everywhere you hang out.
Oh my God, that's a zombie!
Relax, babe. Just one of the guys.
Puddy, that is a zombie!
Hear that, Matt? She thinks you're a zombie.
Oh, Matt the zombie.
I call him Matt. He hasn't told me his name yet. I found him face down in the hallway.
Well, you need to tell Max to get the hell out of here. Puddy, get your undead freak friend out of my apartment!
That's bogus, Elaine. You never liked any of my friends. What's the matter? We're too smart for you?
Puddy, he's trying to eat me!
Matt, come on. Leave her alone.
I'm warning
Grab
you!
some more nachos from the kitchen since you're up. Matt! What did you do to him, Elaine?
What did I? He was trying to kill me!
Yeah, well, that's your version, babe. You're gonna have to explain this one to the other guys once they get here.
There's more of them? Like him? Coming here?
The Devil's game tonight?
The game?
Yeah, and they don't judge me either, Elaine. It's okay if we want to sit here and not talk and stare at the screen.
Yeah, I bet it is.
What's that supposed to mean?
You know what? That is it! I have had it! I can't take it anymore! I am through!
Again?
Yeah, again! And Puddy, I hope none of your new zombie friends try and eat you tonight!
Elaine, where are you going? Come on, Matt, you're killing me.
Oh no. I think it was smart leaving the party early, Jerry. I'm actually a little surprised you didn't cancel on me completely tonight.
Me? Cancel? Hey, come on. If there's any kind of apocalypse going on, I want to be right in the middle of it. Besides, I couldn't wait to give you my surprise.
Oh, I've been thinking about it so much. I can't believe this is happening.
Oh, something's gonna happen already.
Should we really be in this part of town? I mean, the east side?
What's wrong with the east side?
Well, since they all completely destroyed the detention facility, zombies have been roaming completely free in this area.
Really? I had no idea. Oh! Look at that! There's some zombies right now, Judith.
I think we should get out of here, Jerry.
What's the fear? Don't you have the vaccine?
They can still kill us, Jerry.
All right, enough messing around. Hand over the vaccine, Judith.
Hand over the... So this is your little surprise?
Oh, you've been stringing me along for weeks now. The shopping trips, the family visits, this costume party. I'm through, you hear me? Hand it over and I'll get you out of here.
Or you'll leave me here if I don't? For your information, Jerry Seinfeld, I had a perfectly good reason for not giving you the vaccine before.
Well, that's what they all say.
Sure, the earlier version of the vaccine worked, but the side effects? Aside from the lab rats, I only gave it to one person. Some loudmouth who worked for the Yankees, and I think he was faking it too.
Did you say side effects?
Severe shrinkage, Jerry. And I didn't want to tell you it wasn't finished because I knew we'd have it figured out in the lab soon. And to be perfectly honest, I thought that was the only reason you were interested in me.
Oh, come on. Do you really think I'm that shallow?
Oh, well, here it is. The only 2 doses in existence.
The vaccine?
Just finished the final testing in the lab, and selfish me, I thought we could celebrate my good news together tonight.
Yeah, maybe we should think about
Oh, Jerry's different, Judith. He's not just trying to use you.
If I could just get mine.
You're just like everyone else. You take and take and take. Well, here you go, son. No! No! Oh, no! Jerry, help me! No!
I'm not. Good luck with all that.
Now, George, what do we say when we ask for something?
Oh, just let him in, you jackass.
My, George, it's wonderful to see you. You remember Elaine?
What's with the hat?
Trying to cover up these damn scratches on my head.
You bald guys and your excuses.
You're right, Kramer. It's a madhouse out there. I had to fight my way through a pack of those just to get here. A zombie punch almost got me killed.
George, the important thing is that we're all here together now. Like one big happy family.
Yippee.
Just hope Jerry and Newman get here soon.
Wait, Newman?
Newman called, he's gonna be a little late. He's on a bit of a manhunt.
Yeah, he's looking for me. He's trying to have me arrested.
What's that smell?
That's the grill. That's nice, huh? Figure we have a nice, cozy gathering.
Sounds lovely.
Kramer! Kramer, open up! These zombies are everywhere now. They've completely surrounded the building.
Now, Jerry, you know you're always welcome. But Elaine and I would have appreciated a phone call to know ahead of time.
What the hell are you talking about?
What does that smell?
That's the weather. It smells good, huh? It's filled with enough meat for all of us to have a nice protein-rich meal.
Kramer, is this what you're cooking?
That smells good, huh?
You're grilling cow brains, you moron.
Cow brains.
Cow brains? That's where the zombies are trying to get in here. Why didn't you just hang out a sign? Hey, you like cooked cow brains? It's 4 human brains you walk down with.
It's the middle of the zombie apocalypse. You're giving me a break.
What are you doing here anyway? Didn't you get the vaccine?
Funny story about that, actually.
I love it. I get the zombie vaccine and she stiffs you.
Interesting choice of words there, Georgie boy. Well, it turns out the vaccine you got there, sport, doesn't exactly measure up. If you know what I mean.
Honey, it's not true. Probably just all the stress around here.
Yeah, that's it.
Son, there are many things in life that reveal the true measure of a man.
And yet somehow George always comes up.
Sure.
Jerry, that's enough teasing.
All right.
So the vaccine...
She was literally ready to hand it over to me, Elaine. Only one of 2 in existence. No side effects, no shrinkage.
Looks like I just got out of a cold swimming pool.
It was the magic bullet. Would have prevented the disease, cured everyone.
But you didn't get it, did you?
Well, it was a little hard for her to hand it over to me once one of the zombies ate her arms.
You should have told me it would make me smaller.
How was I supposed to know, George?
She's your girlfriend, Jerry!
I'm not the one who pretended to be a zombie. Why did you have to do that? I didn't know she would pay you a visit, George.
Now you two shake hands and be friends.
He started it.
No, he did!
Mama needs a drink.
Shake hands, come on.
Or what?
Or else, I will let you play with these new toys I bought.
Oh, it's leaking.
Oh, I just got you. That's better. Elaine, keep an eye on the boys. They're a little feisty today.
Whatever.
Hey, Kramer, Puddy, is Elaine in there?
Oh, Elaine, I wouldn't open that door.
For the last time, Puddy is not a zombie.
Elaine, don't open the door! Don't do it!